Want to take a few seconds at the beginning of this video to tell you about our other channel, The History of Weapons. That link is below. As anti-Second Amendment actions continue to be pushed forward in America, including the banning of certain types of weapons, certain types of magazines, and who can possess these weapons, most of the success, if not all of the success of the anti-Second Amendment actions rely on the success of the ATF. ATF has a major role in pushing anti-Second Amendment actions. Recently, the ATF has been tasked with enforcing the ban on ghost guns, tasked with federal surveying of gun trafficking, and tasked with pushing forward universal background checks. And ultra gun control activists have been chosen to lead the ATF effort. The ATF past failures, as well as their shrinking budget, has limited their abilities to be successful in anti-Second Amendment actions. Gun control efforts are relying on the success of the ATF. The former ATF director retired because of dysfunctional inabilities of the ATF, a constant changing of rules and regulations that seem to hinge on the success or the failure of the ATF. If it works, they adopt it. If it fails, they get rid of it. They've essentially had 3 or 4 decades of just shooting from the hip, not really knowing what they're doing or having any solid direction. There's no plan, and it changes all the time. Being that there's no real plan or strategy, they're running into legal problems, budget problems, facility problems. They literally have the floor falling out from under them in their buildings, and internal problems. And their staff has shrunk because of budget reasons to the size of their 1972 ATF. Federal executive leaders of anti-Second Amendment efforts have shown no support, financial or otherwise, of the ATF. Their plans seem to depend on the success or the failing of this agency. The ATF has had literally almost no support from any standing president since Jimmy Carter. Then Reagan tried to dissolve the ATF and get rid of it altogether. The first George Bush really did nothing but ignore it. Clinton then tried to revise it, but he had tragedy after tragedy, including many deaths at a ranch in Texas. The second George W. Bush kind of ignored it. Obama ignored it. And it wasn't until Trump supported the ATF on the banning of bump stocks. If the ATF isn't successful, most executive actions on gun control are wasted time, which I'm all for wasting the ATF's time. As a matter of fact, let's shrink their budget, ideally to completely defund the ATF. Love to hear your thoughts on this. Put it in the comments below. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. If you feel called to support this channel through Patreon, that link is below. We're now on Instagram. That link is also below. But the most important part of this channel is we take prayer requests. Never hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, love guns.